Welcome to the Be Happy Now show. Flex your soul connection muscle and be your inner guide to fulfillment and purpose. I'm Claudia-Sam. If you know that you're here for a bigger reason, this is the place to be. Together, we ditch the self-care guilt and quit the go with less fear and more trust. Tune in to living life in alignment with your full potential. The Be Happy Now show starts now. Hi, welcome to an impromptu Beach Be Happy Now show. You may see some dogs coming right here, chilling with me and you. I got a download and I wanted to kind of model for you what it's like to receive an intuitive download. And for me, it's important to act on it pretty fast because otherwise I forget it. So this episode is all about how does the intuition speak to you and ways that you can recognize it and use it for yourself. So the download I received in my intuition is a simple acronym to support you. Okay. So I'm going to share the acronym. You will be able to use it. It'll be a really, an episode where you can actually practice and play in hearing your intuition. Over the next few episodes, actually, you're going to learn about how to use your intuition. And P.S., we will be hosting a free live Be Happy Now show training on how to listen to your intuition, like actually the how to do it. What is that? How can I really listen to it and trust it instead of just hearing it and it like keep knocking on my door, but never doing anything about it? So if you are interested in joining us for that training, be sure to check out the links wherever you find this video because the sign up link will be there for you. I'm Claudia-Sam, by the way. I'm your soul connection coach. Thanks for being here on the Be Happy Now show. And if you know anyone who's been really wanting to trust their intuition, get to know a little bit more about listening to their inner voice, getting out of their head, and really letting the brain take a little bit of a break while allowing the heart to lead, then please feel free to share this episode with them. Cool. I'm so grateful for you for being here. So here we go. The intuition for me shows up in this acronym, SPF. And hence why I'm at the beach right now. And it just felt so much in alignment. SPF stands for sun protection factor. And the intuition is kind of like a soul protection factor. Not that we have to duck and brace for the intuition when it comes. Rather, we get to use the intuition as a protection to make sure that our life is lived in alignment with what our soul wants for us. In other words, you know how when you put SPF, you may be protecting your skin from the UV rays of the sun. Well, imagine the UV rays of the ego, the fear, the doubt, the sneaky ways that have you focus on what if it doesn't work out and has you stay at an unfulfilling job for way too long and has your body dismiss all the signals of pain and necessary healing. We kind of want to protect, we want to wear that SPF for the ego, for the ego's rays, so that we can be in support of our soul. Does that resonate with you? So Jazz over there is being loved on. Jazz has 3 legs. I'm pet sitting Jazz and Star. Star is right there in front of me. So if I can turn the camera, you will totally see her. She is right here. Yes. When I meditate, she's the star. Star is the star where she just comes on my lap and just knocks my hand over and over. P.S. If you're like, where do I see this? Go to @coachclaudiasam on YouTube and you'll find the video of this podcast. Okay, SPF. Here's the deal. S stands for stop. For a second there, I forgot. This is how fast I get to act when I receive nuggets and intuitive downloads. S stands for stop. For me, when the intuition, one of the 3 ways that the intuition shows up for me is as a stop sign. The stop sign is a little bit like a halt. Wait a minute. This isn't working for you. You got to stop. Look at the directions again. Where am I headed? Where am I going? Is this the direction I actually want to go in, that is in full support of my soul? What is the direction I get to go in that is in full support of my soul? So the S stands for stop. The intuition can totally help you to see where you get to stop. It doesn't mean you need to absolutely course correct and change directions. It can just mean, wait, let me stop. Let me look. Let me observe. Let me choose again. Okay. We can get into examples right after. Then the P stands for pat. Pat on the back. The intuition can often act as a reward, a pat on the back of, you're doing a great job. You're exactly where you're meant to be. You are so worthy. You are so loved. We all want these reminders, right? The intuition acts like that as well. Then the F, SPF, S for stop, P for pat on the back, and then F for flag. The intuition often will show up for me as a flag. And a flag, imagine that when you are on a beach and there's a flag that will define how safe it is to go in the water, for example, it doesn't have to be a red flag. It can be a yellow flag. It can be an orange flag. It could also be a green flag, but there's a flag. The flag acts as an indication, a little bit like a warning, like a, hey, look at this. It's a little bit more gentle than the stop sign. It's not as sudden, because the stop sign can totally be like all of a sudden you stub your toe. It could also be an environmental factor, like your schedule all of a sudden clears. It's a stop sign in the go, go, go. And it invites you to halt what you are doing and choose again. There. I love how the examples just drop in like that. So when it comes to the flag, it's important to recognize them not as something bad, not as something that's judging you. It's an invitation to go, wait, do you remember that you're actually here as a soul in a body? You are an embodied soul. You're here on a mission to spread love, to be loved, to access your light, to be in alignment. And this flag gets to be a reminder that you get to tune in, that something somewhere isn't fully in alignment. So it doesn't mean what you're doing is wrong. It could mean, oh, right, I could tweak the way I'm saying this so that I'm not jeopardizing the relationship with this person, so that I can say what I want to say with so much love and compassion instead of with rage and anger and blame and shame. For example, that could be a simple example, and the intuition can come as a flag that internally says, something doesn't feel quite right. So next time you're wondering, what is this voice inside of my head? What is this environmental flag or stop sign or reminder that I'm on the right track? Even if you pick up a coin or you see a feather and you see these as signs, these can be a pat on the back, because they get to be reminders that you're exactly where you get to be. And okay, this isn't a science. You get to define your own SPF, your own ways that the intuition speaks to you. And maybe there's another way for you. Maybe the intuition doesn't act as a stop sign. Maybe it doesn't act as a flag ever. And maybe it doesn't act as a pat on the back. What is it for you? That's also what your intuition gets to share with you. You get to have your own roadmap. And as your soul connection coach, one of my jobs, one of my goals and my roles and my mission is to help you tune into what those clear guidance, inner wisdom nuggets are for you. Because I'm sharing it from my heart, and from, when I say I'm receiving downloads, it means I'm opening my vessel of creativity. I'm opening my intuition vessel to receive these nuggets, these pieces of guidance, so that I can share them with you. And by I mean my body, me, Claudia-Sam. And I also mean the big divine love energy. In other words, God. When I let myself receive these nuggets of wisdom, and you'll get to hear me say more of this, the intuition is pretty much the part of the mind that shares thoughts with God, with love, with the truth of who we are, with the essence of oneness. And if you listen to the latest episode of the Be Happy Now show, there was a guide on being present and how that links to being intuitive and using your intuition. I actually had a gift for you in that episode. I was sharing 10 ways to be present. And at the end of the episode, I was sharing an invitation for you to get 50 ways to be present. So be sure to listen back to the episode before this one on the Be Happy Now show to hear that. Because the more we're present, the more we open that intuitive vessel, and the more we can be in alignment with our soul, the more we protect our soul from the rays of fear, of the ego, of anything that's preventing us from actually living in alignment. And in the tune-in journey, that's exactly what we do. So if you're not familiar with our tune-in program at Claudia-Sam Soul Coaching, that's pretty much the step-by-step gutters to the bowling alley that help you to create your own intuitive way, to help you stay in alignment with who you really are. Do you see Star right there? She's following someone who probably has treats in her pocket. So in the tune-in journey, we really we invite you to really trust your intuitive muscle and raise your inner confidence to actually listen to your intuition. And in the next few episodes of the Be Happy Now show, we'll play with the intuition. We'll talk a little bit about that. And so I actually would really love to hear from you, please reach out to me, excuse me, and let me know what are questions that you have about the intuition that you would like to hear me talk to on one of the next episodes. I would love to hear, like when you're thinking, okay, I want to listen to my heart. I want to get out of the brain. I want to be able to lead with that gut feeling a little bit more. Maybe it's fearful. What's coming up for you? Because this podcast is for you. So I really want to be able to speak into that. Thank you so much for being here. Remember, how is your intuition speaking to you? SPF, stop signs, pat on the back, or flag. And all of them are right. None of them are wrong. And none of them are right. And all of them are wrong, right? Like you have your own way. And let's not judge the way our intuition is speaking to us. And let's just invite it to play. Because that's where our inner compass lies, right in there in the intuition. Okay, have a beautiful day. Thanks so much for being here and allowing me to share this episode straight from the beach. Bye.
You've been listening to the Be Happy Now show with me, Claudia-Sam. Flex your soul connection muscle and be your inner guide to fulfillment and purpose. You are worthy of being you and of connecting to what stops you from living the life you are meant to live. Access more soul connection coaching at ClaudiaSamCoaching.com.